So this here is going to be a pretty important topic for the men out there, especially those who made the mistake of getting married despite knowing how horrible the divorce courts, the family courts are. If you're smart, you're going to get married in some other country and stay there, but not everyone did that. Let's see. Spouses in divorce proceedings are using cryptocurrency to hide money. Here's how experts find it. So if you're one of those people who's trying to protect your money from the divorce courts, you'll know exactly what not to do because you'll know how they go about finding it. And before I get to the article, I just want to say the funniest stories I've heard are from the guys who just didn't care. The guys, they bought cryptocurrency not to hide it, not to hide their money, but just to transport it. They moved their fortunes into crypto, left the country, and are enjoying their lives in like the Philippines right now. They know damn well everyone back in the US knows what they did. They know how much money they moved, but they also know that the family courts have no power in the Philippines. There's nothing they can do. So if you're a guy who's being just bent over in divorce court, consider packing up and leaving. The dramatic rise of cryptocurrency has led to some spouses hiding those digital assets during divorce settlements, and tracking down the funds isn't easy, experts say. Well, thankfully, they're going to tell us how they do it. Currency market values grew to a record $2 trillion in April. These spikes may be enticing more spouses in divorce proceedings or those thinking about divorce to conceal their stash, experts say. And just anyone who doesn't want to keep their money in a declining fiat currency. I'm sure it's been an issue the whole time, says Sandra Radna, a divorce attorney based in Long Island, New York. The level of awareness for divorce attorneys is very recent. Here's how experts are tracking down a spouse's hidden funds. Now you're going to know. The hardest part for attorneys is first to determine whether there was an investment, says Radna. And then once you have that suspicion, go after it. No shit. It's pretty much the same way with anything. While some spouses in a divorce know about cryptocurrency from past conversations, others may suspect hidden funds based on their spouse's lifestyle changes, she said. This is pretty common when you're trying to hide anything. Make sure you don't make any noticeable changes. For example, the spouse may suddenly have a bunch of extra money, or they may make a large purchase, such as an expensive car. If a spouse thinks there may be significant amounts of hidden cryptocurrency, an attorney may file a subpoena, a court order, to get access to their spouse's computer or electronic devices, Radna says. This is only a problem if you stay here. But once the divorce proceedings are already underway, and you know you're going to be raked over the coals, what do you have to lose by just dumping everything into crypto and leaving? You need to do this early enough to be able to leave, by the way. Because if the court suspects that's what you're going to do, they could do all kinds of shit to keep you from leaving. So leave before the suspicion is cast on you and go about your merry way. There are several ways to find secret cryptocurrency accounts. So now, again, you'll know what not to do. Forensic experts may scour electronically stored information for digital currency ticker symbols or search devices for login credentials. Never save login credentials. Memorize that shit. They may also check for confirmation emails from exchanges or transfer activity on bank statements. So the emails you can delete, but the transfers on bank statements, yeah, that would be pretty hard. If you got those and you know they're looking at your bank account, you have to leave. There may even be records of cryptocurrency income on past tax returns. If you report it, yes, absolutely. A spouse may also have listed cryptocurrency on past loan applications to boost their chances of approval, Radna said. Yeah, that's if you give it up yourself, it's game over. All right, so while older cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum may be easier to track, others may be more difficult for experts to find. For example, Monero, Dash, Zcash, PivX, Verge, Horizon, and Grin are among the most anonymous cryptocurrencies, says Radna. Yeah, I've been thinking about Monero myself. We'll see. Other challenges may arise when dealing with foreign cryptocurrency exchanges. And now, as all these governments worldwide are starting to try to ban or at least crack down on cryptocurrency, they can't stop what's already in there. Like, really, all they're going to do is they're going to crack down on exchanges' ability to transfer government-approved fiat currency into cryptocurrency and back. But if you already have a decent amount of money in cryptocurrency, you'll still have access to it. You'll still be able to use it. And if the value skyrockets, you're just going to have to find places that accept crypto to spend it. It's going to be its own separate economy at this rate. So while attorneys can subpoena U.S.-based exchanges, it may be tough to get records from foreign companies, said Chicago-based divorce attorney Patrick Markey. That's probably one of the best pieces of advice you can get from this article, actually. Foreign exchanges. So if you're like on the FBI's most wanted list, they'll go a lot further to fuck you up. But if it's just some random family court in bumfuck Iowa or something, they do not have the kind of power, authority, or resources to be reaching out to international organizations and having any sort of leverage over them. This is actually why people can just leave the U.S., for example, and just camp out in the Philippines, and there's nothing the family courts can do about it. Like, technically, at the federal level, they could revoke your passport or something and cause you all sorts of issues, but family courts don't have that type of authority, especially if you go to a place that has no extradition treaty with the U.S. Then, they won't do shit. So, of course, spouses need to weigh the cost before embarking on a cryptocurrency hunt. Before starting, a spouse may complete an analysis to gauge how much money they may be trying to track down. We're looking for people that have made significant amounts of money for it to be worth the investigation, said Radna. Probably the second most important piece of advice here, or at least maybe not piece of advice, but maybe just a little bit of silver lining. Because unless you're super rich, if you're just average like Joe Blow, it's going to cost your spouse more money to investigate your cryptocurrency than they could recover from your cryptocurrency, even if they found it. So another positive right there. As long as you're not fucking rich, you may be able to get away with it because they're not gonna look. All right, forensic experts typically charge hourly and may be costly depending on the number of electronic devices and volume of information, she said. Moreover, the divorce attorney has to spend extra time reviewing what forensic experts find to make a legal argument to the court. Yeah, just make it more expensive. Now, actually, oh my God, I just had an idea. I've been thinking about Terrence Popp's videos on administrative violence, and I just came up with a hilarious fucking idea. Imagine if you tricked your ex-wife into spending all of your money that you were going to give her by going on a wild goose chase. Like, just start getting into more debt and spending money left and right, because you know you're about to lose it anyway, right? And with the courts, they split the debt 50-50, don't they? So, and then just buy a few bucks here and there in cryptocurrency. Make sure that she knows you're into crypto. Do your best to hide it, and watch as she spends thousands and thousands of dollars to dig up your crypto wallet that contains like 30 cents in it. Oh, man. If I was in a divorce and I knew I was going to lose everything anyway, may as well take the people who did this to me down with me. No one's getting this money. The spouse with less money should do some planning before going forward with the divorce, says Radna. They may start gathering information and tallying the marital assets. You know this is aimed at women, because most of the time it's women that are doing this. So this is, again, Terrence Popp. He pointed out that it's important for you to prepare and make the first move. The spouse with more money should be preemptively making moves to isolate and protect that money from any potential divorce. As they start putting that together, they'll probably start seeing holes, she said. The spouse may check joint accounts to see if money is missing, and if the spouse knows a specific cryptocurrency account exists, their attorney may request access. It's really about getting as much information as you can about how they're buying it, said Markey. So, once again, about the only way they can track this is they can track the conversion of American fiat dollars into Bitcoin, for example. But let's say you already have a giant collection of Bitcoins from the past. Not really much they can do to touch that if you hide your login credentials well enough. Missing money may suggest a gambling problem, offshore bank accounts, and an extramarital affair, another family, or cryptocurrency, Radna said. So make sure they think it's that. Like, that's actually another strategy I've heard people talking about too. Just buy a bunch of gold or something, and say you threw it away. Maybe nope. I just threw all the money away. Or go just take all the money, hide it somewhere, and say you blew it gambling. Yeah, it's important to like start signing up for Alcoholics Anonymous or something. Just as well. Talk about your drunk gambling problem. Boating accidents. That's how you get rid of your guns. Boating accidents. Then just put 30 cents in Dogecoin. Yup. Lead them on a wild goose chase. Make them spend hopefully tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars thinking that you're a millionaire, and they dig up your crypto account that has 30 cents in it. Now that would probably be one of the best victories you can score in a divorce court right there. And once you have an idea of the value of what's missing or what may have been invested, then your attorney can do the rest of the work, she added, that you're going to pay for. So what they're relying on is, I don't have to spend any of this money because he's going to cover all the cost anyway. And then you end up getting $100,000 in debt, and then he doesn't have any money. Oops. Oh, another alternative. Spend it on fucking gacha games. Blew all the money on Azur Lane. I'm not going to lie. Back when I still played some of these mobile games, including Azur Lane, actually, I would have done that. Like, I was actually thinking, like, fuck, if I was like in a divorce and I was going to lose all my money, I'd rather give it to these companies. Now, I would literally spend every last cent I had on fucking in-game currency and then spend it. Because good luck to these fucking divorce courts trying to get that money back from a Chinese company. Never gonna happen. And if they try to seize my game account and then try to sell it, I would immediately report them to the company. Say, hey, isn't account selling against your terms of service? May want to terminate this account. Oh, God. So many ways. And some guys who may not know how bad the system is, like, oh, but that isn't that like, aren't you just cutting off your nose to spite your face? Like, no, man, all that money would have been taken from you anyway. May as well give it to something you like instead of to some bitch you hate. Oh man, I am so excited to tell you guys right now that finally, after about a year of build-up and shilling, we have launched Blade Devil on Indiegogo, and so far it is doing so well thanks to awesome people like you. If you haven't backed it yet, then please check the links in the description and check out Blade Devil on Indiegogo. You will not be disappointed. Looking forward to seeing you there.